The woman secretly gave birth to a billionaire's child. But as soon as the nurse wheeled the baby out of the delivery room, the baby was taken away by people sent by the billionaire's grandmother. When the woman found out, she rushed outside at once. But the pain in her abdomen made her collapse to the floor. She could only watch helplessly as her daughter disappeared from sight. Just then, the nurse rushed back and discovered there was still another baby in her womb. 6 years later, the woman had become the CEO of an overseas company. To find her daughter, she returned to her hometown with her son. By coincidence, the billionaire had brought his daughter to a restaurant for a blind date. He wanted to find someone who would truly love his daughter as her mother. So he told his daughter to keep his billionaire status a secret. Then he saw the woman sitting at table 9, thinking she was his blind date, then sat down across from her with his daughter. The woman looked surprised. The billionaire introduced himself and said he was single, with a net worth of only $100,000 and a used car. His daughter played along and claimed she only got $50 in allowance. After hearing that, the woman's son quietly whispered that they were so poor. Once the woman realized he was there for a blind date, she told him he had the wrong person. She explained that she was seated at table 6, and her son had accidentally mixed up the table numbers. The billionaire looked toward the woman waiting at table 9, but he realized she was nowhere near as impressive as the woman in front of him. Just as he was about to leave with his daughter, the little girl suddenly grabbed the woman's hand and shouted, "Mom," begging her to be her mother. Right after she spoke, the woman's stepsister walked into the restaurant to eat. She mocked the woman for getting pregnant out of wedlock and being driven out of their family home years ago. The woman was no longer the timid person she used to be. She slapped her stepsister across the face. She had returned this time to get revenge on her stepmother and stepsister for framing her years ago. Just then, the stepsister's boyfriend walked over, and she immediately told him to back her up. But she had no idea her boyfriend had taken a fancy to the woman's looks. The man told the stepsister to wait for him in the private room first. Then he lied to the woman, claiming he was the billionaire's assistant. He said that if she agreed to marry him, he would leave her stepsister and be with her instead. The woman threw an entire glass of water in his face. The man became furious and raised his hand to hit her, but the billionaire stepped in and stopped him. He warned the man to leave immediately. The man thought the tycoon was just a penniless nobody and tried to flaunt his fake title as the tycoon's personal assistant to intimidate him. But the billionaire simply made a phone call. The real assistant soon arrived with several bodyguards. They threw the imposter out of the restaurant on the spot. Seeing how obedient the assistant was to the tycoon, the woman started to suspect who he really was. Afraid of exposing his identity, the billionaire quickly claimed that he and the assistant were distant relatives. That barely eased the woman's suspicions. Knowing that his daughter truly wanted a mother, the billionaire proposed marriage to the woman, but she immediately slapped him across the face. She thought he was just as shallow as the other man. The little girl quickly explained that her father wasn't that kind of person. She begged the woman to give him a chance. The billionaire also hurried to say he was serious and swore he would never let her or either child suffer any hardship ever again. The woman thought about her son, who had always longed for a father figure, and finally agreed to marry him. And just like that, the two children unknowingly found their biological parents.